Writing an email is a lot different than writing a simple text or even having a conversation. In fact, writing really good emails, there is some skill set in order to do it. Today, I'm going to give you some tips on how to write effective emails so that you can have excellent email etiquette at the workplace. Stay tuned to the end of this video because I have something really special for you that's also going to help you on the professional front. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Adriana Girdler and I am a productivity expert. Effective emails is a great way to show your professionalism, and in this video, I'm going to show you just how to be more effective with your communication in your emails. Only the facts. If you've watched any of my other videos regarding communication, then you know I talk about over-communicating. Emails is not the place for this, so get rid of that. Do not over-communicate in an email. Now, what do you do when you have a lot of back and forth with someone? Some people do that in email. Again, this is over-communication, so instead, pick up the phone and chat with them. Really, what you want to do is you just want to keep it to the facts. What is it that you need to communicate? Kind of like a summary. Also, remember, emails are not secure. They can be printed out, easily forwarded, so just keep it to the facts. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Subject lines are your best friend. Now, there's competition in the world of email, and that competition is the inbox. A lot of people have a slew of emails. So how does your email pop out? Well, this is where the subject line comes into play. Really think about what is it that you're doing. Because your emails are now just sticking to the facts and very clear, what's going to be really cool is you can be specific in your subject line. Action needed, task due, reply needed. Like, all of these things are really cool because it pops out at people in a slew of their emails as they go through it. Now, even better, bold those words. Bold those words so when they're looking at their inbox, those things pop out and they will reply accordingly. CCB. Be clear, concise, and use bullets. Too many times in emails, I say these beautiful paragraphs. Listen, when I have a slew of emails, I am not going to be reading in detail every paragraph. In fact, if anything, I'm going to skim because hopefully you would have used something in the subject line to have caught my attention. And now I'm going to skim really clearly and quickly, I should say, in order to see the information. And sometimes, or actually a lot of times, we bury information in the body of an email. So use bullets. Be really clear and concise with what you want to do, and give them the information accordingly. So each bullet is kind of like a one-liner in regards to the subject at hand. Now, something else in regards to being clear, concise, and using bullets is to only stick to one subject at a time. So if you're sending out an email about a report that has a due date, etc., and then you throw in some additional information like, hey, we also have a meeting in 2 weeks, I highly recommend you separate those two. I promise you it will get lost. They're going to forget about that meeting question or reminder that you sent out. So separate emails, really quick and concise, and use bullets. Pitch perfect, and I don't mean the movie. I want you to really be conscious of your tone. Remember, with emails, we don't have the luxury of body language and actually speaking to someone where we can hear what their tone is like. And a lot of times with emails, something very simple can be misconstrued because the person on the receiving end just may be in a certain mood or just had something happen to them. So therefore, they're going to interpret your email in a way that was not meant to be interpreted. So with you being clear and concise, really think of your tone. Simple languages, reread it a few times to make sure that the tone is very straightforward and you're not insinuating anything. So think of your punctuation, those exclamation marks, those all can be interpreted in a way. Just go simple and basic and keep it sweet. Read it over. Do a quality check on your emails. Too many times when we're sending out emails, we are too quick to do the send button. And then in our own rush, we may have written something that in our head was really clear, but on paper, when you actually reread it, you realize that your me was a my. And how does that look? Not very professional. So really do a proofread. And if you have a very important email, you may even want to give it to someone else because they can give a perspective that perhaps you're just not seeing for whatever reason. Bonus tip, take a moment and be mindful when you are actually writing and composing your emails. If you're wondering how to do this, definitely check out my video, which explains an amazing book called The Untethered Soul at Work, which gives details on just how to do that. Watch your manners. Now, you may be thinking, what do you mean by watch your manners? try to be a little more formal. And what I mean by this is don't use slang, because email can go out to anybody from any generation. And listen, slang can be very specific. So don't use slang, be more formal with your emails, and use the proper grammar accordingly. Now, another gray area when it comes to manners and professionalism is this little guy here, our emojis. We love emojis. We use them in texts. We put them in emails too. But the question is, when do you put this in an email? I would say the first time that you're speaking to someone, don't use an emoji. This is your professional calling card, the email, the first time that they're interacting with you. So keep it very straightforward. I love these guys. I actually use them all the time, but I use them after I get to know people, because when I'm keeping things short and sweet and I want to reinforce from my tone that things are good, I actually will put a little smiley face there so they realize that, hey, I'm not demanding something, I'm asking for it. Again, just really reinforcing the tone of that email. But for the first time, don't do it. Afterwards, when you have a rapport, by all means. Okay, now that you know these awesome email professional tips that is going to help you in the workplace, as I said in the beginning of this video, stay tuned to this ending, because here it is. I have some really great tips for you on how to wow your boss. Why? Because being professional is not just about writing awesome emails, it is about being professional to your boss, because guess what? They're the ones who ultimately are going to help you with any promotion, and you really want to make sure you wow them. That all being said, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and share it with everybody that you know. I would love to hear from you, and let me know what your email etiquette tips that you may have, or if you had any difficulty with emails you just want to share. I'd love to hear from you. See you later. Bye.